Installing the Arctic Liquid Freezer 3 Pro 420mm ARGB AIO is actually very easy. Just some people don't do it right. So pay attention. I honestly think I've made like a dozen videos about this, but there's always somebody's first time. This is for AM5. Intel's solution is a little bit different. So this is left and right. It's on a test bench, so left is up there, right is down there. Neatly packaged cables by Arctic, and this is that plate, the bracket for Intel CPUs. One reason why Arctic's temperatures are so good on Intel CPUs is because they custom made this specifically for their AIO. You put these little black risers on where you're going to be screwing in the brackets. I like to put the screws through the bracket already and then just start screwing it in, but keep it nice and loose. So you screw these two down nice and loose. And same thing with this one, nice and loosey-goosey. See? You should be able to move these easily. Screw on the radiator right there, and then apply your Arctic MX6. Rookie mistake is people not removing this protective plastic. And then these two screws easily attach to these two brackets right there. Simple as that. So now it's on here and you can tighten all 6 screws together. One last check to make sure that all of them are tight. Depending on your setup will determine what type of cables you want to use, but these ends right here, and right here, plug right in there. So we're just gonna slide this on right here. We're just going to stick that right in there. You can then take off this protective plastic, attach the VRM fan. Yes, this is actually a fan, and it cools the VRMs. Just like that. You can take off that plastic, and then these are properly labeled pump, VRM, fan. So the VRM, you can just plug that into like a fan header here. And then you can plug in your RGB right here. So that took about 20 minutes to put this test bench together. The hardest part is going to be just installing the OS, because I always do a fresh OS install every time I do a motherboard change or a CPU change. It's kind of a best practice.